As RWL Rage continues, Legends Division competition up next. The Total Package Lex Luger, accompanied by Bobby the Brain Heenan, facing the returning Mr. Wrestling 2, the former Legends World Champion, back with us again. Wrestling 2 lost the Legends World title to Austin. Austin lost it to the Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior lost it to Roddy Piper. That title's changed a lot of hands.
This next Legends Division match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Coming down the aisle along with Bobby the Brain Heenan from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 280 pounds, he is the Total Package, Lex Luger.
Bobby Heenan's getting both Lex Luger and Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig ready to make championship title moves. He's been banking on the team of 8th Perfect Package to bring some gold and success to the Heenan family. The Brain's also banking on Luger to get himself a tap-out win over Wrestling 2, I guess to show the former Legends World Champ may be past his prime.
His opponent, also hailing from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 248 pounds, Mr. Wrestling 2.
Wonder what's been the deal with Wrestling 2. His, huge air quotes, return match against Ric Flair was 8 months ago, and Wrestling 2 beat Flair. Wonder why he's vanished for 8 months when momentum was on the man's side. People are saying he's not the same since losing the Legends World title to Stone Cold, but I'm calling BS on that one. So, yeah, Nosy Me wants to see what Wrestling 2 has in store after 8 months off the radar.
The Total Package Lex Luger, always in top physical condition. This is going to be a great matchup. Willie Johnson sounds the bell. Wrestling 2 charges right into the arms of Lex Luger, catches a slam to the canvas. Lex Luger drags him center ring, drops an elbow across the chest of Wrestling 2. Wrestling 2 counters. A clothesline takes Lex Luger down to the mat. Wrestling 2 locks up Lex Luger. Tries for the suplex, but is quickly countered by Luger. Luger with a kick to the midsection. Rounds up Wrestling 2, hard right hand. Takes him down to the mat. Lex Luger follows it up with a couple of stomps. The Total Package rounds up Wrestling 2. Up over the shoulders. Hangs him up over the top rope, and down goes Wrestling 2. The Total Package drags him just near center ring. Sets it up a lower stomp to the abdominal region. Followed up with a stomp to the leg. Lex Luger opening up quite impressively. Wrestling 2 whips him into the corner. And look at this, the bumps rush right into the ring post. Ow! Wrestling 2 drives a knee into the chest of Lex Luger. Follows up with a kick. Wrestling 2 quickly covers. 1. But just a 1. Lex Luger powering out far too quickly. Mr. Wrestling 2 with a oh, look at this quick counter from Lex Luger. A drop toe hold out of absolutely nowhere. Wrestling 2 rounds him up, whips him back into the corner. A clothesline to the back. Down goes Lex Luger. A kick to the chest. Bobby Heenan certainly not liking what he's seeing right now. Mr. Wrestling 2 whips him to the ropes. Lex Luger counters. A running kick takes Lex Luger down quite suddenly. Mr. Wrestling 2 rounds up Lex Luger, drops him head first into the turnbuckle. Again, covers, hooks the leg. 1, but just barely a 1. Lex Luger powering out again. A rear headlock from Wrestling 2. Lex Luger trying to find an avenue of escape here. Wrestling 2 has it locked in pretty firmly. He releases the hold. Mr. Wrestling 2 rallying the crowd here in Raleigh for some support. Boom! Whoa, over the top rope and down onto the floor goes Mr. Wrestling 2. Lex Luger just a step too fast on that one. Luger rounds up Wrestling 2. And he's taking him wherever he wants him to go. Lex Luger catching elbows to the midsection. Wrestling 2 declining the invitation. A hard right. A headbutt from Lex Luger. Luger connects with the right. Wrestling 2 counters with an elbow to the leg. Up over the shoulders goes Lex Luger. Counters. A DDT head first into the floor. Goes Mr. Wrestling 2. Lex Luger wisely making his way back in. Referee Willie Johnson continuing to count Wrestling 2. Wrestling 2 back on his feet, back inside the ring. A hard right, a second one. He rounds up Lex Luger head first into the turnbuckle. He goes. Bobby Heenan introducing a chair into the ring. Wrestling 2 rebounds off the ropes, slams the face of Lex Luger into the mat. Luger counters. Lex Luger taking advantage of Bobby Heenan's distraction. An atomic drop to Mr. Wrestling 2. Lex Luger drags him center ring. Close for the cover. Hooks the leg. One, but just a one. Wrestling 2 powering out. Lex Luger with a hard right to the side of the head. Swings and misses with the kick. A inverted Russian leg sweep. Again slamming Lex Luger's face into the canvas. Wrestling 2 covers. 1, 2. Another near fall. Lex Luger finding his way out again. Wrestling 2 with a nice suplex on Lex Luger. Willie Johnson dispatching that chair. And I didn't notice it before. Lex Luger is busted open. Wrestling 2 rounds him up by the trunks. Vertical suplex. Lex Luger finding himself in some trouble here. A fist drop from Wrestling 2. And a hard kick to the back. Lex Luger countered again. Kick to the midsection and a DDT from Lex Luger going for a cover here. 1 and just a 1. Wrestling 2 getting the left shoulder up very quickly. Lex Luger trying to impose his will on Wrestling 2. Here's a shoulder tackle. Wrestling 2 is laid out on the canvas. Lex Luger gathers him up. Wrestling 2 sweeps the leg. Rounds up Luger again. Lex Luger counters a right. Wrestling 2 up against the ropes. Lex Luger hangs him up over the top rope. And now Lex Luger, perhaps sensing victory might be at hand here, goes behind on Wrestling 2. Has him up over the shoulders. There's the torture rack. A definite possible submission. No. Wrestling 2 breaking out of the torture rack submission hold. Moves in and puts Lex Luger into an abdominal stretch. How about this right here? Wrestling 2 with a purely scientific move, absolutely torturing Lex Luger. Releases the hold, and Lex Luger is spent. Wrestling 2 whips him to the far corner. Lex Luger set up on the top turnbuckle, and here we go. Mr. Wrestling 2 gonna take Lex Luger for a 10-foot superplex off the top turnbuckle and onto the floor. Mr. Wrestling 2 rounds up Lex Luger. Luger counters with a surprise kick to the midsection. Misses with the throat chop. A kick from Wrestling 2. Luger rolled back inside the ring. Mr. Wrestling 2. Oh, he is charged up. Here we go. Wrestling 2 covers. 1, 2. But again, another near fall. So far in this Legends Division matchup, and there have been a lot of them. Whoa! A flying elbow out of no place from Wrestling 2. An inverted atomic drop. A scoop slam. Wow, what a combination of moves from Mr. Wrestling 2. Lex Luger counters, whips Wrestling 2 out onto the apron. Wrestling 2 counters with a right and takes his way back inside the ring. And once again, into another abdominal stretch, but Lex Luger counters it into a hip toss. Misses with the stomp. Wrestling 2 rounds him up, backbreaker. Bobby Heenan seen enough. He's going to get directly involved here. Lex Luger whipped to the far corner. Bobby Heenan absolutely pitching a conniption fit. Lex Luger counters. Gets Wrestling 2 down on the mat. Bobby Heenan beginning to calm himself down. There's an elbow from Lex Luger. Wrestling 2. Dragged center ring by Lex. Here's a cover. 1, 2. And yet another near fall. Lex Luger starting to display some frustration here. Once again, sensing victory might be near. Wrestling 2 caught from behind. Once more into the torture rack. No ropes to get to. Wrestling 2 is going to have to escape on his own or submit. one or the other. Lex Luger really leaning into it, Wrestling 2. Look at this. Luger releasing the hold. Wrestling 2 counter slams Lex Luger face first into the canvas. Wrestling 2 with a hard whip into the oh man. Lex Luger counters. Wrestling 2 whips Luger to the ropes. They collide with no result. Up again into another backbreaker. Mr. Wrestling 2 moving with astounding speed. Lex Luger counters with an elbow. Gets back up on his feet and misses with a clothesline. Catches a kick to the midsection and a clothesline from Wrestling 2. Mr. Wrestling 2 drives a knee into the head of Lex Luger. Here's a cover. 1, 2. All right. Well, now, this match has gone on for quite a spell. Wrestling 2 countered into a back body drop by Lex Luger. An elbow dropped across the chest of Wrestling 2. Lex Luger countered with a jawbreaker. Wrestling 2 moves in and there's a loop fist press and a series of right hands. And again, Bobby Heenan beginning to look very, very worried. Wrestling 2 with a leg drop across the throat of Lex Luger. And Wrestling 2 moving with astounding speed, countered by Luger. Luger rounds him up. Wrestling 2 counters out of the front cradle. An uppercut. Lex Luger whipped to the far corner. Wrestling 2 rounds him up. Whips him to the ropes, rebounds, and whoa! A hard spinning right hand. Lex Luger about to go for the rod center ring. Mr. Wrestling 2 with this incredible giant swing. Just spinning Lex Luger around. And that is going to definitely spoil your day. Wrestling 2 covers. 1, 2. I don't believe it. Lex Luger. Wrestling 2 has hit him with everything but the kitchen sink. And the total package is refusing to go down. Here's a camel clutch right in the center of the ring. Luger trying to crawl his way to the ropes, decides he's going to have to break out himself. Bobby Heenan is about to have a corner. Lex Luger moves in on Wrestling 2. Wrestling 2 counters. A running elbow takes Luger down. Mr. Wrestling 2 with a rear headlock. On the total package, the blood really beginning to pour now for Lex Luger. And Wrestling 2 is back firmly in control of this matchup. Lex Luger can't seem to find his way out of the hold. Wrestling 2 releases it. Rounds up Lex Luger. Lex Luger with a fireman's carry. And a little showboating to indicate to the fans that he's still in the game. Lex Luger with a clothesline to Wrestling 2. Followed up with a second. Swing and a miss from Wrestling 2. A rebound off the ropes. Down goes Wrestling 2. Lex Luger rounds him up. Whoa, quick counter from Wrestling 2. Quick counter from Lex Luger. Whoa, what a power slam. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Absolutely incredible. A hard kick to the back from Lex Luger. Wrestling 2 locks in the abdominal stretch again. Lex Luger in big time trouble here. He has said enough. Referee Willie Johnson calling for the bell. That is it. Mr. Wrestling 2 defeats Lex Luger by submission.
Here's the time, 13 minutes and 12 seconds. Your winner by tap out, Mr. Wrestling 2.
Wrestling 2 sure don't look past his prime to me. How often do you see anyone tap out to the abdominal stretch? Wrestling 2 is a master, and I'm sure he's going to be a champion again in the near future. All he needs is that one opportunity, and he'll snag it for sure. Lex Luger almost had him a few times, but that's another aspect of Mr. Wrestling 2, is his toughness. What a great win, and one more rung up the ladder.
Man, Bobby Heenan is going to need a sedative after that match. He was completely freaked out. Mr. Wrestling 2 picking up an impressive win over Lex Luger, continuing his winning ways, 2 for 2 in his previous appearances. And who knows where Mr. Wrestling 2 will go from here. Coming up next, the Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Angels of Anarchy, when we return.